Athens. We are coming to you live by Achilles Daily here with the most juiciest piece of news we've had in a while. Firstly, though, let's hear from our sports and entertainment casters, Noah and Jalen.
Thank you, Soleil. Good evening, Athens. Tonight, we are very upset to hear that our famous undefeated javelin player, Plato Adonis, has decided to retire.
That's right. Word on the town is Adonis decided to retire due not to only his age, but his baby on the way as well, with the mother of his child, Sophia Larissa, the famous Athenian painter. That's all our news for tonight, Athens. Back to you, Soleil and Kamor.
Thank you. Noah. I must admit, I always did think it was time for Plato to settle down. That man may as well be Helena Troy. I'm surprised that's only his first child.
Chat, Kamara, let's stay on chat.
I'm just saying. Anyways, our news for tonight, Soleil?
Oh yes, tonight, Athenians, we hear a tale of Demetrius, Hermia's husband-in-waiting, and Helena, Netter's daughter.
Ooh, I love a good scandal.
A good scandal indeed, but not quite in the way you expect.
What are you saying?
Well, sources say that Demetrius was threatening Helena. Apparently, Helena was following Demetrius in the woods, begging for him to love her. I suppose he got sick of her and said, and I quote, "I'm not sticking around to listen to you any longer. Leave me alone. Or if you follow me, you'd better understand I'll do something bad to you in the forest." Yikes, we have an eyewitness here who found herself overhanging the pier while she was searching for berries. Would you mind repeating what you heard for us?
Yes, absolutely. It started with Helena talking about how Demetrius attacked her like a magnet. And then Demetrius is all, "Do I ask you to love me? Do I speak to you kindly? Haven't I told you in the clearest terms I cannot and do not love you? And I can't even lie, that broke my heart a bit. So cruel." Anyways, then Hermia starts talking about how she's practically a dog for him.
That's a new one.
It is, isn't it? That's what I was saying. That isn't even the worst part. She says how she, even if he kicks her, beats her, and treats her like a downright dog, she'd still love him. So weak in the knees for a guy that clearly doesn't care. She needs to stand up.
Yes, but what about Demetrius threatening her?
Oh yeah, my bad. After that odd speech she gave, they went back and forth until Demetrius says, "I'm not sticking around to listen to you any longer. Leave me alone, or if you follow me, you better understand that I'll do something bad to you in the forest."
Well, that doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. Now look, I've met Hermia. She's very sweet and gentle. The fact that Angel is going to have to put up with such a cool and harsh man saddens me to my core. I do, however, have a nice, kind, strong brother that she can marry instead.
No need for that, my lady. Well, you heard it here first, Athens. Hermia just maybe set up to marry a cruel monster. Poor girl. I wonder what heated argument between Helena and Demetrius sounded like. Speaking of heated, let's get a little break from the news and turn to our weatherman.
Yes, thank you. Hello, Athens. I hate to break it to you, but the weather hasn't been looking too good lately. It's been getting way too hot. Crops aren't growing for some folks. Sheep and cow are dying. The season and weather have been so strange lately. I'm starting to think the gods are upset with us. However, we can be looking forward to some rain coming in about 2 days. Back to Soleil and Kamora.
Yeah, the heat nowadays is no joke, but I take hot days over that severe winter we had a couple years ago anytime.
Don't even get me started.
Anyways, our second and last story of the night. If you were wondering about why Helena and Demetrius were even in the woods in the first place, we just may have an answer for you. We also just heard word that Hermia and Lysander went off into the woods just early today. While our source chose to remain anonymous, they told us that they overheard the pair's plans to elope at his aunt's house.
How strange. Hermia doesn't want Demetrius? I say it's a taste of his own medicine.
Not really. Not until she threatens to, beat him in the woods.
Oh, I forgot about that. Anyways, we're getting off topic.
She's right. I believe that is all we have for you today, Athens. To recap, Plato Adonis is retiring and has a baby on the way. Demetrius has been showing some pretty odd behavior lately that is absolutely not husband material. And Hermia is running off to the woods with Lysander. I do wonder how this will carry over into Hermia and Demetrius' wedding, if they even wed at all at this point.
Me too. Alright, that's all, Athens. We'll be sure to give you all a follow-up tomorrow with even more exciting news. This is Achilles Daily Hill. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Soleil. Good evening, Athens. Tonight, we are very upset to hear that our famous undefeated javelin player, Plato Adonis, has decided to retire.
That's right. Word on the town is Adonis decided to retire due to not only his age, but his baby that's on the way as well, with the mother of his child.
I'm sorry, isn't he like 62? Thank you, Soleil. Good evening, Athens. Tonight we are very upset to hear that our famous old undefeated javelin player Plato Adonis has decided to retire. 2 plus 2 is 6.
2 plus 2 equals 6. And let me tell you why it equals 6. Because look at this. There are 2 2's. So therefore, there is an additional 2 that no one talks about because the government...
How did you shock me?
I always did think
You shocked me with your earrings.
Thank you, Noah. I must admit, I always did think it was time for Plato to settle down. That man may as well be Helen of Troy. I'm surprised that's only his first shot. Why did
Yo,
you put it on my head?
quit. We're getting an F.
No, that was you.
I'm failing this.
Okay. Thank you, Noah. I must admit.
Would you mind repeating what you heard for us?
Yes, absolutely. It started with Helena talking about how Demetrius attacked her like a magnet. And then Demetrius is all, do I ask you to love me? Do I speak to you kindly? Haven't I told you in the clearest terms I cannot and do not love you? And I can't even lie, that broke my heart. A bit. So cruel. Anyways, then Hurricane starts talking about how she's practically a dog.
That's a new one.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I got it.
Yes, thank you. Hello, Athens. I hate to break it to you, but the weather hasn't been looking too good lately. It's been getting way too hot. Does that say corpse?
Crops.
Hey, just working hard so I can please you.